But technically, opportunity zones kick in all those areas.
Correct.
And opportunity zones generate 25% tax credits.
Okay, so since it's come up a couple times, let's talk a bit about opportunity zones. What do you mean 25% tax credit? I thought it was like, don't you just defer the capital gains and...
That's the federal law, is you defer the capital gain, you got to step up in basis, and when you exit the asset, you pay after 10 years, you pay no tax. That's the federal program. 36 states and Puerto Rico have adopted conformity to that for state tax purposes, but then Puerto Rico added a kicker, right, which is what they call priority projects, priority opportunity zone projects. And that adds 25% tax credit, or up to 25% tax credit, acquisition and investment, exemption from construction taxes, property tax, whatnot. And what's very interesting in the Puerto Rico program is you buy the target asset. In the US, if you sell it before the 10 years, you get a flow-through cap gain for your partners. But in Puerto Rico, if you take those proceeds and roll them over into another investment, you don't pay the tax, right? So you don't pay any, there's no flow-through cap gain tax. And you could continue to do that for the 10-year period. So
you don't have to be committed to the full 10 years.
In the US, you're pretty much committed to 10 years on the asset. Here, you're committed to the fund, not the asset.
Wow, that's beautiful.
You can flip properties inside of the fund.
I'm sorry?
You can flip properties inside of the fund.
Yes.
I buy something tomorrow, I sell it on Tuesday. As long as I reinvest it.
You reinvest it, correct.
And when does the clock start ticking on that investment? Like, do you have to apply for it before you purchase the property? Is it automatic for the property? Like, how does that work?
You can contribute the property to the fund for the investment. But the clock starts ticking since the creation of the fund, same thing. If you had something that was designed as an OC fund, the regulation allows you, in specific cases, to go back to the original approval of Act 21, which was the original OZ Act here. So you can.
So if we've had a fund going all this time,
you can go back.
Qualify for it?
Let's say there's a possibility, right? And let's say yes, and we haven't talked.
Heavily invested at this point. We came originally with $1 million and made about 60% the first year, and since then we've just grown. So I mean, I don't even know how big our portfolio is, but it's several million at this point. And so we've got hotel deals, we've got long-term rental deals. We manage all of our own stuff. We've got long-term rentals and short-term rentals and retail, and we don't have retail too much. We do have one in Canovanas that's a pretty cool project that I want to do. We're going to have 4 loft apartments and a retail element downstairs. So it's a 13,000 square foot building, and it's going to have amazing cash flows, and we're looking for partners. So, but anything, guys, I'm interested in hearing about your deals, and happy to talk to you about what we've got going on, and we just like to figure out how to do things with people, and we've done business with a lot of people here. So, welcome to Puerto Rico, and let's do something together.
Or maybe shortly after that, what did I tell you about single-family homes?
Look for bigger projects.
I said, Mike, get out of that. You don't want to be a real estate broker on single-family homes. I said, you got to get into commercial, you got to get into industrial, and that's exactly what he and Bob are doing now. They're killing it doing commercial projects back in Colorado, and you guys have only been doing that, what, like a year? Yeah, about a year. They switched to commercial, they're just killing it, and now they're going to come down and help on big commercial projects here in Puerto Rico as well. So the reason is this, and we're going to have to, I put cap rates there at the bottom. If you don't know what a cap rate is, I'm not going to cover that today. But the reason you got to get out of single family homes, especially after you've done 7 or 8 or 10, you got to stop doing that, because it doesn't take that much more time to do a 40 unit or 50 unit. It's probably 3 times as much time, maybe 4 times as much time to do a 40 unit as a single family home. So just the economies of scale are so much better. The other thing is this, is commercial property, you don't use comps, right? You use cap rates, you use the value of the property. What's the potential income of the property? And there's about 9 different ways, I'm not going to do that, not today, but there's 9 different ways that you can raise the value of commercial property that you don't have that option of single-family homes. Single-family homes is, here's the purchase price, how much is it going to fix for a fix and flip? Here's the purchase price, how much am I going to spend to fix it, and what's the after repair value? That's it, and you're just beholden to those numbers. With commercial, it's where your creativity, and you can really do so many different things with that. So you really learn on single-family homes, make mistakes, have problems, but then you got to start looking at bigger deals. By the way, if anyone in here wants to just tag along with us, with me, Michael, Bob, Robbie, just our whole little harem of deal junkies, you know, just let us know that you would just want to go. And we've got a condo project in Ponce. Bob and Michael are living down there right now. And you can just come check and just go with us. And just ride in the car and we'll talk. And you'll learn things on the way down.
All right, well, that is an interesting thing. So municipal foreclosures also qualify for original use. And I know that Kira is working on a bunch of municipal foreclosures. And anything that you buy out of that from the municipality as a foreclosure, that's going to qualify. And most of those are abandoned for more than 3 years anyhow, but that's going to qualify.
Puerto Rico is the fastest growing destination in the world. According to recent travel search data calculated by Destination Insights with Google, which monitors travel trends, Puerto Rico is the top destination country with the highest travel interest in the world for the period between January 1st and April 7, 2021.
The military brought me down here, and I'm very much of a novice still, but I kind of, you know, got into the ring probably like a year ago where I was like, this is something I want to do. I'm kind of tired of, you know, the standard paycheck and really just being, like having a ceiling. And I kind of broke through that glass ceiling 3 months ago, and I just closed on a fourplex in Ocean Park, and it's my first one. We've been Airbnb-ing it for 3 months now. We grossed $10K in January, and we're starting to we're starting a pool tomorrow. So I don't really know what my offer pitch is, but I'm just excited to like get started down here, and you know, I think I'm very much of like an introvert almost, and I kind of do those things like by myself. Like I'm going to analyze my own deal. I'm going to like set up my LLC by myself. I'm going to like, you know, do all this, and I'm very much trying to get out of that and work with people and you know, make those connections and try to make things happen.
Well, I'm glad you came tonight.
Yeah, no, thank you for setting this up. I enjoyed it.
Sure. What's your name?
Mason.
Mason. Okay. Thanks for coming. And that's exactly what I'm trying to create here with this, is the opportunity to collaborate, not necessarily be competitive with one another, but like how can we work together? How can we make Puerto Rico a better place? Like I came here and I fell in love with this place. And it's just so pretty and the beaches are so nice, and I just want it to be like the best it can be. So, so I'm still in the honeymoon phase, obviously. Like, I love it here. But yeah, there's so many creative people here, right? And they, you know, and so by having some wholesale deals, by having a bunch of people in the same room, we can create magic.
So you guys now, it's 2010. If you are thinking about buying real estate, if you are looking for real estate, if you want to buy a house, if you want to buy a grocery store, do it. This is the time to do it.
We want to grow this club as much as possible and provide as much value as possible. So we're starting to do these different events. We have a Deal Makers Breakfast Club at 7:30 in the morning on Saturday. So if you want to wake up at 7:30 in the morning on Saturday and deal make with like hardcore people that are willing to wake up at 7:30 in the morning in Puerto Rico, that's the place to be.